Hey, hi guys, how you doing? It's your man Lesko here, Stay Sharp. And I'm back after all those years. Actually, now it's 6 years since my last video, last review or something like that. For a short while I've been doing just the shorts, but I decided now it's a good time that I will add something more. So, today theme is why after all those years I came to conclusion that I actually prefer slip joints to the modern folders. And guys, this is just my 2 cents. Everybody has their own opinions. I am not downgrading any modern folders or modern stuff because I think that the modern knives are just what they are. They are modern and they are the evolution of the old stuff. But after all those years, I came to realize that I actually prefer the old style. And today I want to share with you all how to say it, all whys. Why I prefer the old stuff to the modern one. So, let's start. What works for me with the old style knives, slip joints, and the old designs? So, first and foremost, but this is not applicable to the 100% of all situations, but first and foremost, it's the cutting edge geometry and the total edge geometry of the old knives, because except for the modern Chinese folders that started this trend once again, I think many modern knives were suffering from the thick edge geometry. I mean, this is not the best example, but it's the one that I already have on my hand, and it's been modified. This cold steel Voyager XL drop point. I put a full convex grind on this blade because, however, it doesn't matter how much I loved this knife, it was like really thick behind the edge. And this was also the case with normal large size, not only with the extra large. And however, you can say it's great for survival and stuff like that. For me, folding knives are mostly for cutting and to cut effectively and to use as low energy as possible to do the job. So, and with the many modern folders, I was kind of disappointed. After all those years, I loved many designs, tried many designs, used many designs, and it went quite well. But however, using the old stuff was much better. I think this is also a good example of how to make it thin. This Kunvu X Padre. I mean, this is great. This is like really thin behind the edge. Not sure if you can see it like this. But this one is actually thin. But there are some other nuances that bothers me, and we will get to this later. Yeah, this is really nice. But this is even nicer. I mean, this Mercator, this is like really thin behind the edge. Or this Robert Klaas work knife. This has a thin tip and it's really thin behind the edge. You could say knives like this can take a beating, but they won't hold their sharpness and stuff for long, but I don't think it's necessarily true, because the less drag you have and the lower angle you have, the less energy you need to generate to push through or pull through the cut. So actually you are preserving the edge. Take a look at this. Absolutely beautiful. Super thin behind the edge. I made a review on this Otter Ankermesser, or the anchor knife, a few years ago, and I still stand by this product. I mean, this is as good as it gets. Okay, let's move on. I don't want to make this like a 1 hour long video. What else works for me? Okay, also short info. Edge geometry, thickness behind the edge, the total thickness of the stock, and the steels that are used. You could say those are the lesser steels, those carbon steels, or lesser nowadays budget steels like Sandvik steels from 12C27 up till 14C28, AEBL, or like I said, those carbon steels. This one is actually C45, so it's like a borderline high carbon steel, or C75, C70, 1095, and all other carbon and budget stainless steels. Works better for me. Yeah, it's true, they will not probably hold an edge as long as this LMAX or other powder steels that I use, like S10V, 3V, blah blah blah, etc. But for me, I mean, if I use the knife and I want to sharpen it, it's so much easier, even if you have diamond stones and stuff like that, and it's no problem to sharpen the modern steels. It's so much easier to sharpen and repair these simpler, lesser steels, that for me it's a actual no-brainer. You know, I really love it. Also, once it's sharp, I never let it get like totally dull. And then for me, it's only like a maintenance. It's not a sharpening. Usually, it's just touching up the edge, stropping and stuff like that. And once a while, which is probably a few months, I will sharpen it up. But then usually the Spyderco, the gray stone, which is like a medium stone in their agenda, is actually sufficient. And yeah, the chipping is almost non-existent in those lesser steels. But it happened to me with those new steels that have much more carbides in the formula, and the chips in edge means for me repairing, and repairing is time, and time consumed is time lost. So yeah, that's why I prefer those lesser steels, and usually they are really fine grained also. So for me, like I said, no brainer. I can make another video just regarding this theme, but for now, let's continue. Yeah, some guys will say, okay, the maintenance for the new knives is actually easier. You can say that, but to really thoroughly clean this knife, which runs on ball bearings, and it runs like really smoothly, yeah, it's great, you need to strip down the knife. You need to put everything away and then clean it, if you want to do it like for 100%, okay? And there is also, how do you call it? Yeah, you need to get in all those tight spaces, everywhere, everything can gather dust. You can use compressed air or something like that, but not everybody have it. So yeah, I think it actually takes more time, and when dirt get into the opening systems, it could be a problem. when you're in a dirty environment, dusty environment, stuff like that. Things like that could happen. Not always, but it's definitely possible. With slip joints, everything can get into pivot area. That's true. Same as with modern folders, but to clean this, I usually just put some oil and wobble it like this. Everything goes out, clean it, do it a few times, you're done. Most of the times nothing gets in because it's so tight, nothing gets in. And if I want to take care of this, I just blow some air or just with my mouth I do like blow it out, done. Take a handkerchief or a Q-tip, go inside, swipe it, and that's it. What else you want to do? For me, it's simple as that. With this, it's also easy, but for me, it takes more time actually. It's more time consuming. And you need to take care when disassembling the knife to not strip the screws. Usually it won't happen, and if you know what to do, how to use the pressure on your screwdriver or Torx driver or something like that, it's usually not a problem. But this thing can happen if you disassemble your knife too many times. It's putting wear on all hardware. So, but yeah, that's why I think that for me this is more maintenance free. Okie dokie. Yeah, what else? Pocket clip. Pocket clip is another thing. Pocket clip is like extremely practical thing. Yeah, don't lie to ourselves. Pocket clips are perfect if you're a worker or you need to have your knife like really handy because you use it in some kind of I don't know what environment, or you just like it to have it handy. Yeah, pocket clips are perfect. Also, if you don't want to lose your knife, it's perfect. But sometimes it can also happen if you want to lose your knife. Pocket clip, some designs can do it for you. They can snatch on things. It can pop out from your pocket, or it can bend. Not all clips you can repair. Some of them are beyond the repair and you need to buy one, or I don't know what to do, swap it with some other clip, or you have just a bad luck. They are incredibly practical. However, for me, it's not a problem having knife without clip. I just put it in my pocket, and I don't even know it's there. And when I need it, I just grab in my pocket and it's there. So for me, I realized after all those years, it's not a problem, and I actually prefer it. Also, I think we can smoothly go to another category, and that's ergonomics. And pocket clips and ergonomics for me goes hand to hand, because it could happen that you have a great knife with great ergos and everything, but the pocket clip gets just a little in your way, just a little. Not when you are only holding it, but when you are actually using the knife. I mean, when you put the pressure in your palm and it can dig in your hand. When you do like 1-2 cuts and it's fast, okay, no problem. But let's say you need to do a work for an hour and stuff like that. It's usually really shitty when it causes you some hot spots. Many knives have these like really soft out. It's a good design. You cannot feel it at all. But some knives, you can feel it a little bit. Okay? Like I said, not all knives, but some knives. So for me, I realize it's better to not have a pocket clip. Usually, okay? Regarding further ergos, take a look at the handles of the traditional knives, like it's like a broomstick, or yeah, really simple, nice, rounded handle designs, usually made from natural materials such as this gorgeous jigged bone or this Granadilla African blackwood, which is like a extremely tough wood. They can hold up for many years, even for decades, if you take a little care of it, and yeah, it will keep up, no problem. No problem. And like I said, all is nicely rounded. When I grab this knife, like I really want to use it, squeeze it as hard as I can in any position. I mean, any position, okay? Like this reverse position when you're peeling, cutting cordage and stuff like that. This grip, like pinch grip, normal hammer grip. It's always extremely comfortable. It gets warm really fast, even in cold weather like this. Right now is like 2 degrees Celsius, and I holding this knife for like 10 seconds, and it's already warm. Okay, the wood, the bone, with metal handles could be a little problem. Could get way too hot or way too cold, and it takes away your heat from your hands. And you can solve it. The titanium is actually really nice because it's really cold at first, but the heat conductivity of the titanium is really good. I mean, you hold it like for a few seconds, and titanium takes heat really good. Yeah. Or my Carta G10, they are good, but yeah, I think natural materials takes heat the best. I mean, okay, this is like really carefree. This is also really carefree for many years to come. But this, and you just keep it clean, I don't think nothing will ever happen. Little bit of mineral oil after a few years, maybe a little bit of some good decking oil or good natural oil like coconut oil, and you are good to go for many, many, many years. Or you can also add a little bit of wax, then you are totally sealed, and you have no problem. Yeah, I was talking about broomstick handles. Yeah, this is the cause with modern knives. They look really nice, but there are too many choils, sometimes too many choils, too many angles, sometimes sharper corners. Yeah, and that could be quite limiting, you know. When I hold it like this or like this, yeah, I mean, that's really comfortable, okay? But when my finger wants to go here naturally, it's pressing. When I want to hold it like this, not optimal. It's squarish, you know. For a lighter cutting task or medium cutting task, and not for prolonged periods of time, is actually good. But this one is better, you know. Not so much choils. It has a forward choil, and it's not for whole finger. Even if it's for whole finger, for me it means it's not so comfortable like when you grip, for example, this one. You can go as close to the edge as you want for all them power cuts, and it's still superbly comfortable. This one, yeah, take a look. It's quite far, so if I want to use this part, it's missing. Also, when I cut and I want to go deep, when you're hitting this part, all the stuff goes into your pivot area, and that is for me also suboptimal. This is a extreme example, but also with smaller cold steels. Yeah, this is extreme. It's really safe, but if you don't want to fight with elephants, if you want to, this is a perfect knife. But if you don't want to do that, I think this is overly complicated, overly thick, and it will serve you, and it will serve you good, but in my opinion, not as well as something like this, which is more compact. You could say it's way too compact, then it's not so comfortable, but actually this is perfectly natural for hand. This probably the best. Regarding ergos, I mean this dry knitted mesa or 3-rivet knife from Otter. Right now is my most favorite. This one with this Robert class. Those two are right now my most comfy knives I have for work, food prep, and stuff like that. Yeah, this cuts food like devil. Perfect, perfect. Yeah, you know, those old knives, they were not designed by just by knife designers to look good, but they were designed for the specific work or for as an all-around work knife. So the the function came before form, and then came also form. So it was really nice, but they need to function properly, and then they could be made. With those modern knives, this is a whole lot of design language, which is like really cool and really nice. But sometimes nice is not the best for actual work. But yeah, I really love this knife. It's perfect. It's really different, but for actual use, yeah, I must stay behind what I'm saying here. Yeah, this one is a little bit squarish, but it's so small that nobody expects this knife to be used for I don't know what kind of extreme hard use. So it can take it. Yeah. Also, I forgot to mention, you can have this in modern knives, and they already have it, but it all started and is mostly found in Swiss Army knives or other old knives, more blades, yeah, more function. This Victorinox Farmer is packed with function. I mean, this is like a perfect travel knife because you can say it's legal almost everywhere. You can cut with it. It's superbly thin tip, thin behind the edge, cuts like a dream, okay? And it's also packed with function. If you need to do stuff, little bit of prying, open your beer, open a can of tuna, do another hole in your belt because you lost some weight or stuff like that, okay? This knife can do it all and will stand the test of time. Yeah, I really love Victorinox. And these ALUX versions, they look really classy. They are great gifts. They are inexpensive. Yeah, another thing, while you can buy these for cheap, okay? You can buy these like more expensive and then superbly expensive. This goes also with these knives, but usually slip joint knives are cheaper. This is exception. This is cheap and it's not a slip joint. This is actually a log bag design, this Mercator. And it works. This knife, it's really thin, okay? It's just a folded sheet metal. So in the ergonomics department, it's not the greatest if you want to do like hard cuts, but if you don't want to do hard cuts, just normal cuts or just a few hard cuts, I mean, it's thin. It's not thin only here, but it's also compact here. So actually it doesn't bite your hand as much, Thing is, you can have this thick, but when it's really wide in here and it's not well rounded, then it gets kind of squarish in your hand. And that's a thing with a lot of modern folders, that they are, let me see, they are like really wide in this section. And when you just grab it, it's really nice, but if you use it after prolonged periods of time, not so much. I mean, if you want to go full primitive, thinnest edge geometry, best ergos, I think it's really hard to beat Opinel, okay? Strictly two-handed knife in normal configuration, super customizable. I made this customization like, I don't know, 7 or maybe more years ago. It's a convex grind that is super easy to sharpen. Beechwood handle, this one is lacquered, so no problem with the elements. This ring, put it like this, it's extremely solid then, okay? This thing won't close on you. Yeah, you can, if you wanna do, if you wanna stick it into between bricks and make pull-ups on this knife, yeah, then you will break it. But for a normal use, I mean, I can push as hard as I want to into cut. This won't give me blisters or hot spots, and it will cut like a dream because it's thin behind the edge, it's a thin stock, and the geometry is just unbelievably perfect. And it's also a bigger knife. This is number 12, it's 12 centimeters. If you go on a picnic, camping or stuff like that, I mean, it's great. You can cut anything, a loaf of bread, without overreaching and stuff like that. So yeah, whew, what else can I say? Yeah, like I said, this is just my honest personal opinions why I prefer old school knives to more modern designs. Yeah, a lot of people will say, and for me this is actually also true, these old knives have more character. For me, yeah. But there are also lots of modern knives that have character, like, let's say, the Skunvu, or many more modern knives made with many materials, many designs, many locking mechanisms that are really convenient. I mean, this is convenience, okay? Locking mechanism. This is pure convenience. One-hand operation. It's super convenient, okay? And I'm not taking anything away. I can't stress this enough, okay? I love my modern folders, and I carry also modern folders, but for most of the time, this melts in my hand and it melts my heart. Every time I open it, you know, the walk and talk, how nicely it clicks, how nicely it cuts, how it gets more character when I get more patina, how it feels in my hand in each and every grip, how I need to take a little care of it, sometimes polish this a little bit so it's not too much grayish from patina, or take care of the wood, or polish those brass Niten. Yeah, I mean, I love it. So guys, I think that's it for now. Please let me know in comments if I missed something, because I think I really missed something, okay? And I can make also another video, or let me know, why do you prefer modern knives, why do you prefer slip joints, what works best for you, what are your revelations, what have you learned in the last couple of years using the knives. Yeah, I'm really looking forward. And oh, I forgot, this Ankermesser, from all the knives that I have, this is the most solid knife. I mean, Absolutely no blade play. Absolutely no blade play. This is like a tank. Just a quick info on this knife because I really love it. Like I love all those knives, even those modern ones, okay? Even this Kunvu, which is perfect, just perfect. And also no blade play, nothing, okay? Talking too much. Looking forward to your reactions, guys. Yeah. Take care. See you soon. Bye bye. Ahoy, Papa Ciao.